Dear noble viewers, did you ever notice that God never commanded Moses or Jesus or Muhammad to gather what was revealed to them into a single book in their own hands? Have you ever heard even one verse where God says to his prophet, "Collect your scrolls, bind them between two covers, write your name on the front, add the year of printing, and the name of the institution that owns the rights"? Why not? Why was collecting pages of paper not the mission of the prophets? Because what was sent down to them was never a printing project. It was a project of light. The mission of a prophet is to bring light down into people's hearts, not to lock that light away in the vaults of kings, the margins of jurists, and the narrow borders of what politics will allow. God sent Moses with signs that would liberate the children of Israel from the slavery of Pharaoh, not to establish a publishing house. And he sent Jesus as a sign and a mercy to revive dead hearts, not to hand over the gospel stamped with a seal that says, "All rights reserved for the Supreme Council of the People of Light." And he sent Muhammad as a guide, a bearer of good news, and a warner, to bring people out from worshiping other people to worshiping the Lord of all people. God sent him with light, not with a certificate to own the light. Those who gathered and collected have always been human beings. They gather words into material form, then gather that material into an institution, then gather the institution into a power, and then they say to you, "This is the book of God." There is no book of God outside what we hold in our hands, and there is no understanding of God beyond what we carry in our heads. The question I place before you tonight is this: if God did not command his prophets to gather the light into paper, then who decided that the paper itself would become the true owner of the light, and that people would become nothing more than readers and consumers? And was the light that God sent down ever in need of our stamp, our signature, and our approval before it could start working inside the hearts? God, who is light, did not send people papers of ownership or certificates of monopoly. He sent light, light that moves through hearts before it ever appears in lines of text, that lives in the conscience before it lives in letters. It is as if he said to the prophets, "I did not send you wealth to divide among the people, nor land to pass down as inheritance. I sent you light, so walk with this light among the people. Whoever welcomes it has chosen guidance. Whoever turns away from it is free to do so. You have no authority over them except to bring good news and to give warning." But those who came after the prophets took what remained of that light in material form, in stone or ink or paper, then said to the people, "This is ours. We are the ones who understand it. We are the ones who distribute it, and we are the ones who decide who must be kept away from it." The light was turned into an institution, into a label stamped on the forehead, into an access card to paradise, signed by a priest or a jurist or the sheikh of the group. Before I end this video, I want to address a special call to our esteemed scholars. We have raised a question that is simple in its wording but difficult in its weight. Did God or his messenger ever command that the Qur'an be gathered into a single mushaf, exactly as we see it today? Up to this day, we have not heard a clear answer to this question, even though the entire community is living with the consequences of that decision in its creed, its history, and its present reality. I do not claim to possess the answer, and I do not claim to speak with the authority of a fatwa. I simply believe that knowledge is not the private property of any one group, and that real knowledge is cumulative and renewing. If it does not renew itself, it falls outside the circle of its own time. That is why I appeal to the people of knowledge, to our teachers and respected sheikhs. Do not leave these questions hanging in the air, and do not leave others to fill the empty space in your place. We need voices that step forward calmly to explain to people, why did we gather the Qur'an in the particular form we have today? What is the proof? And what are the consequences? As for you, dear viewers, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments, especially if you disagree with me, because real dialogue begins with respectful disagreement, not with repeating what we're used to hearing. If you feel that this question deserves to be heard, then share this video with someone whose mind and heart you trust. Perhaps one sincere word from one of you could become the beginning of a conversation in which the whole community takes part, scholars and ordinary people together, under the light of God and not under the shadow of fear. Before we close, let me tell you who is speaking to you. My name is S. Norman G., a seeker of certainty, a writer, and a student of this book. What you have just watched is only one step in a long journey. If you would like to walk with us, you can find my books and articles on our website, https://jadis.snormang.com, and you can follow the full series here on this YouTube channel, http://youtube.com/Norman. This episode is not the end, it is an invitation. There are more questions to ask and many more lights to uncover. Stay with us for the next episodes and share this journey with every mind and heart that refuses to be afraid of the truth.